Hey, buddy.
What are you doing now?
Well, you know what we're doing. We're going to pull the engine out of this thing tonight.
Oh.
But I'm really excited. You want to know why I'm really excited?
See
See right down there? Those are almost perfect heat shields for the exhaust manifolds. Probably the last thing that I need in order to do a really good cleanup on that Texas XJS motor that I've been working on. So, well, you got to be excited, though.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, this is the first step on the road to the road trip.
Dang it! That's good. You still haven't told me where we're going.
Well, you don't need to know. Actually, I haven't determined that yet. But it's going to be someplace that has a little more verticality to it than South Dakota did. So it'll be a bit more challenging. But I think
Verticality.
Verticality. That'd be like that would be the opposite of horizontality. So anyway.
Is that kitty talk? Is that what that is?
Anyway, tonight we're going to do, ultimately, it is pushing 4 o'clock right now. I'm thinking that by 8, we're going to have this engine out of here.
Okay.
And I got a plan for that. Follow me to the chalkboard. First of all, we're going to be doing some electrical. And what did you determine that was going to consist of?
You know, I think the alternator's bad, so we're gonna unplug the alternator and see if that alternator light goes off.
Okay.
I think it's got an internal problem on it. But,
All right.
I'm
And what's
sure
that
you have
doing?
another alternator, so
Oh,
it's probably
the
got a
$40,
bad diode.
the
$40
$40 XJS motor.
Yeah.
It's got a practically new
All right.
watch rebuild.
I think
So
it's
anyway,
got a diode that's bad and it's backfeeding through the lights.
so what else? Now, we're talking about just things we're going to do tonight.
Yep. Trying to get the turn signal switch back together that you repaired, and make sure that that is all working properly, and not wiggling all over the place.
Okay. It
The
won't wiggle.
interior lights.
Interior lights. Okay.
I think that's it. I think that's all we gotta have.
Well, just for tonight. That's all we need to do for tonight. We should be able to leave the battery plugged in after tonight, or connected after tonight.
Yep.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. One thing that I noticed today, well, it's hard not to notice it because it stopped starting. But hey, we'll figure that out when we put the new engine in.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is the Tony list, the Bob list. I'm going to be underneath. I'm going to be loosening the exhaust, the heat shields, transmount, exhaust studs, shifter, linkage, because we're going to be pulling the transmission out of the engine because those bell housing bolts at the top 4 or 5 of them are just absolutely
Yeah, they're hard to
accessible.
get to. Yeah.
So, drive shaft. Okay, so that looks like I've got a longer list. Well, we'll remedy that. Disconnect engine. That'll be all, drain the back. Essentially, it's the removing the radiator and doing the stuff that we did on the convertible prior to our road trip to.
Drop for a second. Just felt the shields.
Okay, so wiring, coolant hoses, heater hoses. We can't forget always forget the big ground strap underneath.
Oh,
as long as I'm underneath there. Anything misspelled there, Tony?
No.
You want to check that, make sure we got that before we move on here. Okay, so when you get done with that, and I get done with this, we're going to work together to pull in. And 8 o'clock or earlier is our deadline.
All right.
So let's make it happen, Captain.
Actually putting the turn signal switch back in this thing. But it's still, it just fits over a shaft here. And it fits into a groove, but it's still, even tightening it back up, it's still loose. So we're gonna have to put some tape on this thing, I guess. Well, as I'm pulling exhaust system off here, I'm looking at some of the things that are normally trouble spots, like pinion seal, which appears to be dry. It's a little bit of grease, but I mean, I'm happy with that. The output shafts and the differential, both of those look good. So I'm a happy camper with what I see under here. Rear U-joint is good. Any of this stuff we don't have to deal with is time we can spend doing other things. And usually these Jaguar XJS units are plenty problematic. I mean, if they're maintained, not so much, but this car, so many of these cars aren't. So, if you're looking to buy one of these, take a good look. Don't just look at the engine, take a good look at this whole IRS unit as well. Because these can be expensive to repair. Unless, of course, you do it yourself. What I'm doing right now is I'm working on removing the exhaust stud nuts, and first time I'd worked with these things, one of them, when I was reinstalling these, took me 5 hours to eventually get it on. Well, the good news is that this car was from Texas, and so none of the stuff is seized up. It's coming apart pretty easy. The bad part is that it started out in England and they couldn't decide whether to make it metric or
You know, it's kind of like they started the production run when they were halfway through the transition and just decided to go with it. And once they started, they just kind of kept going till '96. Well, okay, it's loose. I don't have to take it out. And we got to disconnect the O2 sensor.
Stuck in one spot there. Just can't see it. There. Nice placement. Oh, dang it.
Oh, look at the front of that thing. Show that to the camera.
Well, let me get it outside. You can take all the pictures you want of it.
Why?
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Last. There we go.
Just pushed it out a bit. What I have to do is take this part of this one.
So where'd you guys go on your bike ride?
I'll just kind of around the neighborhood. What the heck is that?
Probably not. Actually, yeah, keep going. Okay. Good. Take that to mean yes. How are we doing? Okay. We gotta pick that back of the transmission up so that we can clear the coil. So here's there. Got her. Beautiful. Tony. Bingo! A thing of beauty. Definitely could use a bit of a freshen up.
We got it out.
It's out.
It's almost 8 o'clock.
Didn't break anything. Got it done earlier than we had planned on. And you know what? That engine compartment is not all that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty
You'll be able to clean that up, no problem at all.
Pinch off that brake hood so it doesn't keep dripping all that brake fluid because it's going to eat all the rest of the paint that's there.
Yep. So anyway, we need a new one of these.
Yeah.
Well, it's 5 minutes to 8. And here's where we are. We got everything done, obviously, in order to get here, with the exception of, what was the deal with the alternator?
Needs an alternator. It's
Needs
got
an
a
alternator.
diode that's bad inside of it.
Okay, all right. So bad diode in the alternator. Turn signal,
It's fixed.
everything's fixed. That was just a matter of fixing the clamp that holds it on,
Yep.
right? Okay. And you said there was a white windshield wiper problem?
No, I get that ticket.
Okay, all right. Interior lights,
Fixed.
fixed. You got that one that doesn't come on, but that's probably a bug.
Yep.
Okay. Then we got, did all the disconnect the engine stuff, and obviously my side got done, so shoot.
Yep.
The chalkboard is complete.
Yeah, we're gonna race it. Ain't over.
This is when the crazy begins. This is when the crazy, this is the easy
Really?
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, because we got to get the engine
Crazy started
department all
years ago.
detailed, and there's a bunch of little things, you know, with any old car like this that you discover as you go along, and the time to take care of it is before you stab the engine back in. So hopefully we'll discover all those little gremlins between now and then.
Hopefully.
Okay,
All right.
one step closer to wherever we're going. Okay, whatever. City boys. Alrighty, well that's it from Camp Chaos. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time in the Camp Chaos Chronicles.
Adios.
I'm tired.
Done.